Well. Okay, we're moving quick. Moving quick. Cannot be hanging around when stuff like that happens.
Juarez is a Mexican city with a scarred and tragic history.
You learn that no story is worth your life. You can tell facts, but truth might get you killed.
Since the 1990s, it's had a reputation for murder.
It's not pleasant cutting someone's head off or dismembering someone. The smell is unbearable.
And was a place where organized crime completely dominated.
More than 10,000 people were killed in just a few years, killed in the streets.
For people smugglers, it's one of the key launch pads into the United States.
Crossing.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We don't know if there are coyotes with them, so let's be careful.
But there's hope for Juarez. There's a different side to the city which is being fought for in a peaceful way.
So they're doing this to try and make a statement to get the attention of the governor to have more attention paid to the disappearances.
That's right.
I think I understand why they're doing that. Might even just be, city pride. No one wants to think of their home as a shithole, We are in Juarez, Mexico, border city. We are about to hook up with a journalist called Paco, he's a local journalist. We're here to maybe see a different side of Juarez because it does have a little bit of a bad reputation around the world, and we're hoping to see something a bit different. Okay. Where are we going today?
Right now, we're doing a small drive in Juarez in different points. Right now, we're going to see if there's any people near the border.
What kind of things do we need to be mindful of when we're heading to the border?
There's not a playground,
Yeah.
so a lot of people comes and goes. Some of them might be migrants. We can also expect if there's maybe some people that might be watching out for criminals, people that shouldn't be there. It's over on those places.
Okay.
Are you talking about cartels?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are part from the cartels.
Cartels are organized and violent criminal gangs, independent of one another but working cooperatively to control the production and distribution of illicit drugs. Drug cartels are well-financed, efficient, and ruthless. Historically, they've made their money through drugs, but more recently their focus has switched to people smuggling. When we get to the border, things develop very quickly. Paco spots movement and thinks he's seen a small group of migrants running towards the fence.
They went down over those bushes. They're trying to go over there.
What did you see, Paco?
3 persons, 4 persons trying to cross.
Eyes of a goddamn hawk. Jeez. I saw them only when Paco pointed them out.
Okay.
They were hiding in the bushes and they were jumping to the fence.
Right.
We don't know if there are coyotes with them, so let's be careful.
Coyotes are the smugglers, typically members of the cartel. They're paid huge sums of money by the migrants to get them across the border.
Yeah, you need to be a little bit careful. A little tiny bit careful, because if they've got a coyote with them, it can be a little bit dangerous.
There's movement over there. I don't know if it's for them or for us.
Because it has the machine guns on the back of them, so.
That's probably where they're trying to go across. You see those bushes over there? Go down here. Watch out for one. See that?
Some guy's just straight ahead.
We don't know if he's a pollero, so be careful.
What's gonna happen?
Look, they're crossing.
Jeez. Oh my God, my heart. I'll give a rundown on what just happened in a minute. Just need to decompress that first. Boys have just left me behind on this side. If he's a coyote taking them through, what are the dangers of that?
Yeah, he pointed us.
Yeah.
He can report to someone from his gang via telephone or via radio.
So there's some people here watching.
Yeah. There's some people here recording.
Yeah.
They're dressing like this, like that,
Yeah.
etc.
And then people can get here pretty fast and then we're going to be in some serious trouble.
It could be.
Why would a coyote be so close up to the fence?
Probably, as you saw, he was like trying to take down the barbed wire. So probably he's the one that was trying to cut it off. So the minor, the little kid, will cross.
Yeah, because there was a little kid there. He only was like maybe
Yes.
8.
Families don't work like that. Families work together. But it seems that this guy was working for that person
Yeah.
in particular.
Oh my God, Paco, you're so chill. This is what I'm going to take my life lesson forward of any situation is what would Paco do? Go! Go, go, go!
Feeling better, Emma?
Yeah.
Do you have to be careful about covering cartel stories and organised crime stories?
Yes, yes. Sometimes you cannot put your name on the story.
What are the potential dangers?
Well, they can kidnap you if you want, make a hit on you if they want.
Do you know people that's happened to?
Yes. I know about the cases of 2 journalists that got shot here in Mexico, here in Juarez, yeah.
By cartel?
One was called El Choco and the other kid's name was Santiago. Santiago was a young kid starting college when he got shot.
Wow.
Yeah, he was 20-something.
According to international human rights organization Article 19, 163 journalists have been murdered in Mexico since 2000, and another 32 are missing. In 2022, Mexico recorded an attack against journalists or media houses every 13 hours. And there have been stories where cartels have singled out journalists to compel them to write favorably about them. The warnings usually end with a bone-chilling threat.
That changes how you do your job, I guess.
You learn that no story is worth your life. If you're doing journalism and you're saying, like, I'll give my life to tell the truth, and that's just the romantic side.
Yeah.
Because you cannot tell the truth, because the truth varies. You can tell facts, but truth might get you killed.
Paco has first-hand experience of the kind of threats and intimidation used by the cartels.
What happened last time you were at Gate 36 with that other journalist?
We were doing a small footage as we did here with you. And when we finished, we got approached by 2 persons that were wearing all black and had hoodies and masks. They asked us what we were doing there.
Can you show us the video?
Yeah. They're approaching us. That's the other journalist with the camera recording. That's me, my car. I'm here talking with the guy in front of me.
Yeah.
I have another guy behind me.
Oh, the guy there.
That's me telling the journalist not to report. And he's like, yeah. And this guy started talking to us. They got angry. They made some phone calls. During the phone call, I heard him saying that los dejamos o les damos suelo. That means, do we let them go or do we
Do you kill them?
keep them here?
Do they let you go, or do they what? Hit you here? As in-
Or they hit you, they make a head like shoot, like,
Make a hit.
yeah, kill you over there. Yeah, we could have get murdered.
Who were they calling?
They were calling their boss that controls the area.
What would have been the threat for them to...
Why they don't like it?
Yeah, what's the threat? That
Well, guys, it's a criminal activity first, supposed to go unnoticed. So by being into places where it goes down, you draw attention that they don't want you.
Did they have weapons on them?
Not that I could see, but probably they did.
Yeah.
Because if they made the option of do we kill them here, it's because they had a gun.
Got a gun with them.
Being a journalist is one of the most dangerous professions in Mexico. One of the top 3 most dangerous profession.
Shortly after our border filming, the opportunity came up to meet with a former cartel hitman. Ali, his assumed name, was a sicario for the Sinaloa cartel from the age of 18.
What was your first job when you entered into the cartel?
First, I started moving drugs from in the state of Baja California, from port to the border, to a security house in the border.
And then, as I understand, you became a sicario.
Yeah.
Would you ever tell me, just as someone who doesn't know at all, what is a sicario? What does that mean?
It's basically a hitman, someone that kills for pay.
And when it comes to being a sicario, are there rules that you need to follow?
Yeah, I think it's for it's like personal, on a personal level. So as a sicario or as a hitman, like what I got taught while I was growing up was never to mess with anybody innocent.
Really?
To not take out anybody that doesn't owe anything, you know. Okay. And a lot of bosses will tell you, they're after a certain person, and they'll be like, go kill his mom, go kill his sister. Make sure that he knows that we're not messing around. And I've had to say, you know what, I don't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's not my thing. I think it's because of I believe in karma, you know, and I've noticed that people that are vicious and relentless in causing violence end up in the same place. They get cut up into pieces. They get dissolved in acid. They get tortured.
They get dissolved in acid?
Yeah.
Alive?
Yeah, alive. Yeah. Or they'll tie you up to they'll tie your hands and they'll tie your feet, and they'll put you on a car, 2 cars, and they'll separate you.
Is this stuff that you've seen personally?
Yeah, that's why humans can be very like violent in that aspect, that especially in the cartels I've seen that the more violent and the more horror that you can put in fear into your enemy, it's better for them.
Is that almost the more that you can do, the more pain that you can inflict, more torture, that's a way to get ahead?
I've always preferred more the efficient than the elaborate.
Yeah.
It's not pleasant, you know?
Yeah.
It's not pleasant cutting someone's head off or dismembering someone. The smell is unbearable.
Ali was 20 years old the first time he was asked to kill someone by his cartel bosses.
When you're working as a hitman, the first jobs that you'll get are easy jobs. Like they'll give you a target, you'll go in, you'll take them out.
Okay.
So maybe that person that you killed was not another hitman. It was probably more an accountant for the cartel, the rival cartel.
There are people who are in it because they enjoy the act of inflicting pain on another human.
Yeah, there's definitely. You got sick, twisted people in the cartel, but I think those are the people that don't last.
Right.
There's a reason why I'm still alive, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me, like, how is it that you're still alive? Oh, well, I always kept myself humble, and I always try to keep, in a way, I always try to manage myself with honor, you know? I'm not gonna inflict more pain than I need to another human being.
What is it that you would say to your younger self, or say to somebody who maybe was in the same position as you, thinking of entering into that life?
For kids that are trying to join, obviously, I would tell them that it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth spending most of your youth with no family around, with not being able to make a family. It's always, you have no life. Basically, your life belongs to them when you're working for them.
Do you in any way carry any guilt, or do you find it sometimes difficult to look back, or are you intent on moving forward with your life?
I think I don't have any guilt because I never took out anybody that didn't deserve it.
Sure.
I think that's why I can sleep fine.
After everything that you've experienced, everything that you've been through, do you feel fortunate to be alive now?
I look back and I look at my life and I know that it's only by the mercy of God that I'm still here. It's hard to last. It's even harder to get out.
I had a call from work.
Oh, a call from work.
Yeah, we're gonna have a small influence. A girl got murdered.
A girl got murdered?
Yeah, and there's a manifestation on her name.
What does that mean?
People and familiars are protesting on the streets.
Oh, okay.
So we're going over there.
Whoa.
The word is that familiars and friends are protesting on the streets, calling on for justice.
Because they haven't found her killer?
Probably haven't
They
found.
found the murderer.
Yes.
Okay, and so they're going, more needs to be done.
That's her.
That's her. How old is she?
I don't know, but she seems like she's a teenager.
She's got braces. What was her name? Does it say?
Fernanda Naiz Molina Vázquez.
Invasiva a una autoridad que se sienta en su escritorio y prende el aire acondicionado nada más, pero no se interesa en buscar
Voy a
a
tomar
las
fotos para el
jóvenes que
periódico.
no regresan a su
Voy a tomar
casa.
fotos para el periódico.
Las autoridades tienen que hacer su trabajo. No se los estamos pidiendo, por favor. Las familias hacen un recorrido diario hacia las oficinas y que tendrían que estar ahí.
Mi hija desapareció el día 9 de
Con
este mes.
urgencia que atiendan el reclamo de las
Ya no
familias.
regresó, no sé si a la ciudad.
This is the mother of the girl who's gone missing. She's been missing for about 7 months now, and they feel the police haven't done enough, and so they're doing protests to ask the police to be able to find where she's gone or find who took her.
¡Vivas las queremos! Porque vivos se les llevaron. ¡Vivos los queremos! Tenemos voz y nuestra voz no la pueden.
Paco, I knew you were speaking to the mother of the girl who went missing. What was she saying?
Porque están viviendo.
She took the bus to go to work and she didn't make it to work.
She didn't make it to work.
Really.
Okay.
The basics of a child missing, and when you feel that people should be doing their job to find her aren't doing that. It's like double, isn't it?
Oh my God, I can't believe that. I can't begin to imagine what that's like.
Is violence against women a big issue here at the moment?
Yeah, well, it's part of the city history. The night it was a small town, it was a small city. With those feminicides, it shook the whole town. Towns that were neighbors.
What was the population of Juarez when that happened? Do you know?
I think it was under 1 million.
Under 1 million, and how many women were killed?
I don't have their numbers, but there have been cases that they have found like bodies of 3 or more women in one same spot, you know?
And for a small city, that's a lot.
The term feminicidio, meaning the disappearances and murders of hundreds of young women, has become synonymous with Juarez. Paco takes us to see a friend who covered the cases.
Usually I work on migration stories, on gender violence and narco violence.
In 2003, Alicia was beginning her career as a photojournalist in the city, and this was one of her first assignments. It's believed around 300 women were killed or went missing in Juarez, but that number could easily be much higher. The victims were typically from working class backgrounds.
It started to be noticeable in 1993. They found a murdered girl that were disappearing. Usually they were like very, very poor girls. They don't have the resources to claim for better things. They just live like in the sides of the city where there's a lot of migration that were coming from the south.
Do you feel like people didn't care as much because they were women and because they were poor from poor backgrounds?
Yeah, definitely. If there were the daughter of some governor, if we're someone wealthy or something, of course, they will do it. But they didn't care because they thought that there was someone that will not care to other people, you know?
Their life matters less.
Back in 2022, Alicia interviewed the father of Esmeralda Castillo Rinchon, a 14-year-old girl who went missing in 2009.
In some part of the interview, he just asked me to stop, and he just turned the face to the camera, talked to her daughter.
Oh.
He said that, Esmeralda, if you are looking this announcement, whenever you are doing, doesn't matter if you are into drugs or if you have been smuggling, anything situation, your father is here and your father is still waiting for you. He was so sad. Yes.
His daughter's been missing 15 years.
His story is that she didn't want to go to the school. She was 14 years old. She used to play chess. She was like a basketball girl. And she was like a very, very like quiet girl. And she didn't want to go to the school. But he told her, hey, you must go to school, lazy girl. And then she never go back.
She never came back.
Paco shows us the site where the first bodies were discovered. It's now a memorial to the missing women of Juarez.
You can see here the girls, and one wasn't identified.
Claudia, Esmeralda, Laura, Maria.
Yeah, so it was a countryside. There were no buildings. I used to go to a school that was like a couple of kilometers over there. And when we were coming back to our houses, we saw the police searching here the area. And later that day, we saw on the news that they were found the bodies. Yeah.
Wow.
What does that say here? For the life?
Por la vida y la libertad de las mujeres, ni una desaparecida más, ni una asesinada más, ni una más. For the life and liberty of women, none one more of them disappearing, none one of them more murdered, none one more.
Not one more.
Sort of enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Ni una más. That's like the slogan of the city. No more. No more. We have the crosses where they found the bodies. If we go around the city, in some places you might see pink crosses painted around walls or light posts. Those are remembering this problem, this feminicide problem in Juarez.
So that's the way people show their support.
Yeah. You can see the graffiti right here. That's written by girls that march asking for justice for all these crimes.
Well, that's what this says.
The one says it's the name of a person that's Pepe Gallegos. He's being accused of being a stalker.
Who was this Pepe?
I actually don't know. It's in the 8th of March, a lot of women march, and they come and put the names of people that have been harassing them and they've been violent.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay.
Small thing they can do to fight back, isn't it, against? Not fight back, but it's something, isn't it?
Small protest.
Yeah.
It's a difficult thing if you've experienced sexual harassment, naming whoever it was is a very, very difficult thing to do. Most of the time because you don't get believed. So writing the name down, this is quite a powerful thing to do.
Cathartic, yeah.
It's cathartic in a way because then
it's like a release, I guess, isn't it?
it's the amount of times that it's happened to me and I've tried to claim it or tried to tell someone and not been believed.
Women want justice,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I think it's this. Most of the time we just want to be believed. And so for women to be able to come and have a space to do this is a really powerful thing, to be able to write the name down. Because it happens every day. I don't think I know a single woman who it hasn't happened to at least once in some form. What does that say here?
Ni perdón ni olvido. No forgiveness, nor forgotten.
No, don't forgive, don't forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paco acknowledges that bad things have happened here in the city's recent history, but it doesn't stop him being fiercely protective of Juarez.
This isn't just like a Juarez kind of problem, is it? This happens in other places.
This happens, I think, worldwide, but because the stigma of that Juarez carries, I think that a lot of the bad problems that happen here gets a spotlight because only it is Juarez, because name branding, you know?
Yeah. It happens here and everyone goes, see, told ya.
Yeah, but you can go to Chicago, it also happens there. You can go to Amsterdam.
Go to London.
You can go anywhere in the world, except it's not a problem that's only from here.
In small pockets, there are growing numbers of citizens making an effort to reclaim their city and leave a mark that doesn't involve violence.
Why this place?
Because Homeo Powers lives in this neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
So
Which means that you're allowed to paint here.
he gave us the spot for us to paint.
What's the sign doing?
¿Qué club es? ¿Malafama? Motherfuckers.
Motherfucker.
That's MF, motherfuckers.
A motherfucker.
Yes, good.
What's your favorite color?
Purple.
So what are you painting?
Just my name.
I don't want to sound like a mum when I go like, is this your crew name?
GSK?
GSK?
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
Danger. They want to know what GSK stands for.
Ganja Squad Cabrones. Ghetto Soldiers Chile.
It means like a lot of things?
Yeah.
Graffiti Society Kings. I know.
Oh, so it's like you've gone GSK, but it can mean like a lot of different things. Did you come up with the name?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Actually did when I was
You're 14? Is it illegal to do this? To paint?
But police don't really care if they see more than one people, and then they think you have permission just because you're doing it. So
Okay.
they don't bother you.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. I'll go to a big street or whatever and just start buffing it, and they'll leave you alone. If you look scared, then cops will notice it and they'll If you don't even look at them, you don't even turn around and pay attention to them, they'll just drive by.
Yeah.
So you're in a crew, but you're not in a gang.
No gang, no gangs. There's no gangs in Mexico anymore, especially here in Juarez. Because of the cartels, and they kill everybody. See any gang and they'll recruit them.
So that's not the same thing.
Yeah, either you work with them or you get killed.
You're with them or you're against them?
Yeah.
People hanging around here and say, oh, this is our park. You know what I'm saying? We're getting...
Sorry, I don't know what you want me to get.
But the cartel is like a whole different thing. Yeah, that's more organized crime.
Danger, do you know people that have been recruited by the cartels?
I know a lot of people that they've tried to recruit them, or they have been recruited. Yeah, it's not like they recruit you. It's like they offer you a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to earn some money? Go get some money.
Once you're in, can you ever get out?
People will get used to that easy money and stuff, and they'll just rather go do that.
Yeah.
So it's too good to turn down. Basically, they say, if you want to make, like you said, easy money. I don't know, however much, but just to do this little thing, just to do this little thing for me.
Yeah, that's basically it. You want some money? I mean, nobody does it because it's forcefully. Everybody does it on their own. What they do.
If you're in the cartel, are you given a certain amount of protection?
It's just crazy how things work down here. Because, like, if, let's say your brother's a police member, right? You get pulled over anywhere in the city, you say, oh, my brother's a police member. Even if you're doing something illegal, they'll let you go.
There you go.
Yeah, it's same thing with, like, cartel members. Okay, I work for this cartel. Okay, go on your way.
On you go, okay.
No problems.
Wow.
Yeah. Like a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, too much corruption here.
Tell me, why you like doing this other than it being fun?
You're just free for a moment. There's a lot of violence and a lot of the stigmas, right? So we just try to have fun in a relative safe way, in a fun way.
Is it also about kind of saying that the city's got more to it than violence? There's more to Juarez than...
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. There's theater, there's music, there's graffiti. There's a lot of colors here. There's people that are hard workers, people that are creative, people that have families. We just want to get along. We want to make it for ourselves. And this is just a little space that we take from the city. As you can see, it's pretty gray and it's pretty dull. So we like to think that we bring a little bit of color to it.
Literally and metaphorically.
Some of the stuff that happens here, it can be a dark place, can't it? You know, yesterday there was a drive-by.
It's not all negative. We have to try to make it the best for us.
A nice experience, what I'm witnessing here, is people just wanting to create some art and express themselves. It's not to do with violence or making any kind of violent statement. It's a form of peaceful protest via art in a city that can be really dark and dangerous. Nice to witness. Changed my opinion a little bit.
It's impossible to ignore the fact that Juarez has been and still is a relatively troubled place. But there are signs of promise. There are green shoots emerging, signifying that the city at least wants to leave its reputation firmly in the past, where it belongs.